So now I'm going to show you a couple more screens from the service. So this is an example. I already showed you the friends list within the game, but this is an example of what's going to look like when you're just kind of within the glue screens within the UI. And the chat's a little bit different than we did in the past. We've decided to switch the chat system over to more of an instant messenger style chat. So it's a lot easier for you to organize. It's a lot easier to have conversations with one person or multiple people. Because if you think back to like Warcraft 3, or even WoW for that matter, it can actually be kind of challenging to try to hold different conversations. You know, like, I don't know, I'll probably use a WoW example, might even be more relevant to the crowd, but if you're hanging out in Stormwind and you have all the different public chat channels up and you're also trying to, you know, keep 3 different whispers together and talk to your party and talk to your guild, it's pretty hard to do that. You're like constantly like, you know, using a little scroll bar and going up and down and trying to figure out what's going on. So we felt like, well, what if we go to more of an IM style chat and it allows you to kind of organize your conversations however you want to do them. All right. So now we're getting to some of the fun stuff. So you have to leave all the fun stuff towards the end. So, when we started talking about how we're going to connect the Blizzard community together, you know, that seemed kind of challenging to us. Obviously, one step in that was to do the Battle.net account names. But we made some observations. And some of those observations were this. You know, people often play with their real-life friends. You know, be it people that in your college dorm, be it people at work, you know, or whatever else. Oftentimes you have a group of real-life friends that you like to game with. The other thing that we've kind of noticed, especially with the growth of World of Warcraft, you know, a lot of times real-life friendships are also created based on in-game friendships. Like, has anybody here have made friends from people they've met online? This also noticed is that when new games come out, you kind of want to play with this group of friends. You know, ideally, a lot of your friends want to play the same future games as you want to play, and you want to be able to maintain those friendships and play with them again. You know, and you look at something like World of Warcraft, that can get challenging, especially when you go into another realm, or, you know, if you're going to go on to a game like Starcraft 2, and you have all these great friends in your guild, and a lot of them probably are going to be playing a lot of the same games, but there's really no easy way for you to communicate with them or to play with them again, or even know that they're playing the same games. So then we decided, okay, well, if all those statements are true, let's look at some of the other services and social networks that are out there and how they solve this problem. So first, obviously, we looked at WoW, and I've talked a little about some of the problems with WoW. You know, kind of this concept of realms, keeping your friends apart. You know, obviously, on the Horde Alliance split keeps you apart a little bit. And also just the concept of just trying to keep track of all these different character names and trying to know, you know, one person might have 5 different characters, and even trying to keep track of that person being attached to all those characters can be a real challenge. So we kind of looked at Xbox Live, which kind of has more of a concept of one identity across all the games. And when Xbox Live came out, you know, a whole bunch of friends of mine at Blizzard, we all went on and, you know, we did this big email chain. We said, okay, you're this name and I'm that name and you're this name. We all added each other to our friends, and we thought it was going to be super awesome. But then about 6 months in, you know, I was playing, you know, like another game like Call of Duty 4 or something, and all my friends are popping online, and I have no idea who those people are. I just know that at some point I added them as friends. So I don't even want to talk to them because I can't remember, you know, who each person was. Another thing we looked at, we started looking at social networking sites. And MySpace, you know, deals with this really well for the most part. You know, the only challenge that I see MySpace had is being able to find new friends, because people could just kind of name themselves whether they want. A lot of times people would just name them